is still buzzing after the U.S. men beat Australia 2-0.
Yeah, what a weekend. And for the first time ever, the U.S. finished at the top of the group stage and is now guaranteed to make it into the knockout rounds. The match against Australia is a moment the U.S. soccer fans will not soon forget. A 2-0 win for the country that also marks the first time since 1930 that the U.S. won 2 World Cup games during the group stage. We saw our biggest crowds of the tournament yet as tens of thousands of soccer fans gathered in and around the stadium for total madness. More packed the watch party at Pioneer Square, and it was shoulder to shoulder along the waterfront on Pier 62, stretching up all the way above the market, up that overlook walkway. I'm telling you, it was just a phenomenal sight. The Aussies were also out in full force, flooding the streets of Seattle with gold and green. By the way, The Athletic now ranks Seattle and Atlanta as the top of the 16 host cities for overall fan experience. You can see why. Now the question is, could Team USA play back in Seattle for the second time in this World Cup?
Christian Balderas is live outside of the stadium to break this all down. So Christian, a lot of fans are asking, what would it take to bring Americans back for another match? You've been looking into this, so is it possible?
Mimi, good morning. It definitely is possible. As you all alluded to, the players have cemented themselves as the best performing U.S. men's team in modern history. So a lot of fans, myself included, are hopeful that they will be back here in Seattle. Now, there are 2 qualifiers for this. The first one is that the U.S. men's team has to finish atop their group, which includes Turkey, Australia, and Paraguay. Now, their next match is against Turkey. That's happening on Thursday at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. But no matter the outcome there, they're still advancing out of the general stage and in first place. And then they will advance to the knockout round. That is when we'll see the field shrink from 48 to 32 teams. Now, assuming they win that game, they will then advance to the top 16, and it is that match that we will see here in Seattle. That would be happening on July 6th, and is when we can see the energy that we saw Friday return.
Everybody just come together as one, and we know we're doing our thing out here, especially in Seattle. Like, everybody here repping our flag, no matter what we are, who we are, what we look like.
In the meantime, the city isn't slowing down. Seattle's hosting 2 more group stage matches this week. On Wednesday, Bosnia and Herzegovina face Qatar at noon. Then on Friday, it's Egypt versus Iran at 8 p.m. Now, let's say hypothetically the U.S. loses its match against Turkey. That would make it so it's possible for Australia and Paraguay to tie with the U.S. for the number of wins. But really, due to a FIFA new rule with FIFA, it really doesn't matter because the tiebreaker comes down to head-to-head records. And so the U.S. already beat Australia and Paraguay, so they have already secured that first place. In Seattle, I'm Christian Balderas, King 5 News.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be amazing to have them come back, that's for sure.
Unreal. Thank you, Christian.